8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Romesh Piris, read by Soundithavam. The Prime Minister pays homage to the Temple of the Sacred Chuthrilik and called on the Mahanayaka Theros. The Health Ministry issues new guidelines for the next 2 weeks. The number of COVID-19 cases confirmed in the country is on the rise. Walk-in vaccination clinics at Triforce's hospitals from tomorrow. The state enterprises engulfed in losses as per Finance Ministry report. The Finance Ministry denies reports on halting the import of luxury goods. International news, South Africa's top court agrees to hear former President Zuma's challenge to jail term. And in sports cricket, rain delays England chase after Sri Lanka collapse again. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa paid homage to the sacred Chuthrilik at the historic Dalada Maligawa in Kandy today and obtained blessings. The Prime Minister's media division said the Prime Minister called on the Chief Prelate of the Malwatu chapter, the Most Venerable Tibbatuwave Sri Siddhartha Sumangala Nayaka Thera, and inquired into his well-being. The Nayaka Thera, chanting Setpirit, invoked blessings on the Prime Minister. The Premier also called on the Mahanayaka Thero of the Askiriya chapter, the Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Jnanaratna Thero, and the Anunayaka of the Askiriya chapter, Anemaduwe Dhammadasi Thera, and obtained their blessings. The number of COVID-19 cases confirmed in the country has risen to 265,079. The Department of Government Information said 1,022 persons tested positive for the virus thus far today. Accordingly, 28,571 persons are currently receiving treatment for the coronavirus at several facilities across the country. Earlier today, 1,923 COVID-19 patients were discharged from hospitals, increasing total recoveries to 233,317. Another 45 COVID-19 related deaths have also been recorded today, increasing the death toll to 3,236. The commander of the Army, General Shavendra Silva, says walk-in COVID vaccination programs will begin from tomorrow at selected hospitals operated by the Tri-Forces. According to the Army commander, people above the age of 30 years in the Western Province can now get vaccinated at the following Tri-Forces hospitals: Army hospitals in Narayanpeta, Panagoda and Verahera, Air Force hospitals in Borella, Guanpura, Katunayaka, Ratmalana and Ekala, Navy hospitals at Chaitya Road in Colombo and Valisara. In the meantime, people aged above 60 years in other provinces can receive coronavirus vaccine doses at the Army hospitals at the Gaul Fort, Nilvala Camp in Matara, Diyatalava, Anuradhapura, Kilinochchi, Jaffna and Mullaitivu. Vaccination clinics will be open every day between 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. A Finance Ministry report has shown that state enterprises have incurred more than 82.78 billion rupees in losses this year. The report has highlighted the performances of 52 state enterprises. Among them, 19 enterprises had incurred a total of more than 82.78 billion rupees in losses between January and April. This is slightly higher than the losses of 82.7 billion rupees incurred among the selected enterprises during the same period last year. But Sri Lanka has 527 state enterprises. This would mean that the losses are likely to be much higher. The key loss-making institutions are the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, Sri Lankan Airlines, the Ceylon Electricity Board and the Sri Lanka Transport Board. The Ministry of Finance says the government has not taken a decision to impose restrictions on the import of luxury and non-essential goods. Recent media reports claim that the government is mulling the restrictions of electronic appliances, including mobile phones, televisions and refrigerators, as well as perfumes and other cosmetics. It was further reported that steps will be taken to relax the import restrictions after foreign reserves in the country are strengthened. Meanwhile, a special press conference chaired by the State Minister of Money and Capital Market and State Enterprise Reforms, Ajith Niwad Kabral, is expected to take place tomorrow to brief the public on the country's current economic situation. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Sri Lanka Insurance. Like a father, like a mother.
The UNP yesterday tendered an open invitation to SJB leader and the leader of the opposition, Sajith Premadasa, to rejoin the fold. This invitation was made during a press conference of party seniors, Deputy Leader Ruwan Wijewardena and General Secretary Palitha Range Bandara. Mr. Wijewardena said many local government members who joined the SJB have started coming back to the UNP. In an effort to support the public health system of Sri Lanka, which is fighting against the COVID outbreak, Lions and Leos of Multiple District 306 stepped forward to launch a COVID relief fund to strengthen the country's healthcare. Themed 1,000 Hopes, the core objective of the campaign is to raise 150 million rupees to purchase and donate essential medical and laboratory equipment and assist in the efforts to curb the pandemic. That's local news.
The largest bonus declared in the history of the Sri Lankan insurance industry. Sri Lanka Insurance Grand Bonus, an unmatchable bonus of 8.6 billion rupees only for Sri Lanka Insurance life policy holders from the nation's largest insurer. Call 0112 357 357 for more details. Sri Lanka Insurance, like a father, like a mother.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The Health Minister's issued revised COVID-19 guidelines that will come into effect for 14 days from the 5th of July 2021 to the 19th of July 2021. Issuing a communique, Dr. Asela Gunawardena said the travel restrictions which were effective for the past 14 days will be further relaxed from July 5th. However, several additional constraints will be enforced in the Western Province at a moderate level in a bid to further control the spread of the novel coronavirus. The East travel restrictions will be in effect until July 19th and reviewed thereafter and came to you in the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Moving on to Watchlight, the Emirates has decided to suspend the carriage of passengers from Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Pakistan until the 15th of July, in line with the directives from the government of the United Arab Emirates. In addition, Dubai's flagship carrier said the passengers who have connected through Pakistan, Bangladesh or Sri Lanka in the last 14 days will not be accepted to travel from any other point to the UAE. That came to you in Watchlight, and moving on to a bulletin of world news. Making headlines, South Africa's top court agrees to hear Zuma challenge to jail term. Russia's COVID death toll hits record high for 5th day. 4 killed in Cyprus as most destructive forest fire rages. South Africa's Constitutional Court has agreed to hear former President Jacob Zuma's challenge to rescind an order sentencing him to jail for 15 months on contempt charges. The Constitutional Court sentenced Zuma to 15 months in jail on Tuesday for failing to appear at the corruption inquiry led by Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo in February. The former president was given until the end today to hand himself in, after which the police would be obliged to arrest him. But the court agreed on Saturday to hear his application on the 12th of July. The coronavirus deaths in Russia hit a record yesterday for the 5th straight day, with the authorities reporting 697 fatalities as the country faces a rapid surge of infections. The previous high, 679, was recorded on Friday. Russia's State Coronavirus Task Force on Saturday reported 24,439 new cases, the highest daily tally since January, and 1,200 more than the day before. Moscow, its outlying region, and St. Petersburg accounted for nearly half of Saturday's new cases. 4 people have been found dead as a huge fire raged for a second day in Cyprus, raising tracts of forest in a blaze, one official called the worst on record. The blaze, fanned by strong winds, affected at least 10 communities over an area of 50 square kilometers and destroyed several homes in the foothills of the Troodos mountain range, an area of pine forest and densely vegetated shrubland. The victims, thought to be Egyptian nationals and agricultural workers, were found dead close to Udo, a mountainous community north of the cities of Limassol and Larnaca. Back to the headlines of the world news. South Africa's top court agrees to hear Zuma challenge to jail term. Russia's COVID death toll hits record high for 5th day. And 4 killed in Cyprus as most destructive forest fire rages. That concludes this bulletin of world news. Looking at development news, delegates from the Iranian embassy in Sri Lanka said the Iranian government would support Sri Lanka in its renewable energy resources development projects. This was revealed at a recent meeting between the delegates and the Renewable Energy Development State Minister Juminda Dissanayake. The delegation agreed to help with the realization of the Siambalandua solar power project, which is aimed at adding 100 megawatts of power to the national grid. The two parties also discussed investments for a project to set up floating solar power systems at selected reservoirs and lagoons. That's development news, and we move on to sports, and it's cricket. The third ODI of the Sri Lankan tour of England got underway today at Bristol, England. England won the toss and put Sri Lanka to bat. The Sri Lankan batting lineup slumped to 166 runs or 41.1 overs all out in their allotted 50 overs. 2 wickets each for Chris Vokes and David Willey, with the new ball stifled Sri Lankan innings so far. Tom Curran took 4 wickets for just 35 runs off 10 overs. A short while ago, the match was stopped due to rain. England is 2-0 up in the 3-game series. That's sports news. We look at business news next.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
People's Bank celebrated its 60th anniversary, marking a period during which it revolutionized the Sri Lankan banking industry by taking innovative banking to touch the lives of even the most grassroots level customers who had been largely overlooked by the industry. Its approach has won Sri Lanka's largest customer base of over 14 million. Currently, the People's Bank is one of Sri Lanka's largest financial institutions, boasting over 2.3 trillion rupees in assets. That's business news. Economic news up next.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news. Courtesy of
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
The Joint Apparel Association Forum said Sri Lanka aims to inoculate at least 50% of the apparel sector workers with the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine by mid-July. Currently, 30% of the workforce have been inoculated with the first dose. JAF said that the vaccination coverage increased from 5% to 30% in the last few weeks. It also aims to vaccinate the entire workforce before the end of 2021. That's economic news.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
The Department of Meteorology has issued an advisory for torrential rains and gusty winds in the southern and western parts of the country. Accordingly, heavy showers or thundershowers above 100 millimeters can be expected, particularly in the western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Galle and Matara districts today. The Meteorology Department has urged the public to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by strong winds associated with thundershowers and lightning.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
To conclude this news broadcast, a recap of the headlines. The Prime Minister pays homage to the temple of the sacred Chutrilek and called on the Mahanayaka Theras. The Health Ministry issues new guidelines for the next 2 weeks. The number of COVID-19 cases confirmed in the country is on the rise. walk-in vaccination clinics at Triforce's hospitals from tomorrow. The state enterprises engulfed in losses as per Finance Ministry report. The Finance Ministry denies reports on halting the import of luxury goods. South Africa's top court agrees to hear former President Zuma's challenge to jail term. And rain delays England chase after Sri Lanka collapse again.